I can score from out here too. I don't have to just dominate in the paint.
Atlanta coming off of back-to-back games, scoring 90-plus points, and Caitlin Clark can score with the best of them. Much like Tuesday, Atlanta off to a very efficient offensive start. 9 on the shot clock. Aaliyah Boston going against BG. Bad idea. Gets it back to Natasha Howard. 3 on the shot clock and gets it to drop. These two teams. Hull going right at Tahina Pow and gets the bucket. A much-needed bucket for Indiana.
Baited her and said, I dare you to shoot that ball. She's 50% in this game from 3, but she can knock it down.
Back-to-back buckets for Indiana. Now things are starting to groove.
That coming into the WNBA is exactly what she expected to be. Faster pace, tougher, more physical, more intense.
Damaris Dantas. Caitlin gets it back, tries to send it over. Cunningham gets it to go. 1 field goal made since the 9-minute mark. But it's how everyone else gets involved. Natasha Howard with a beautiful dive to the rim. That's brought down by Howard. Dantas again hits the mark.
And we know Damaris Dantas from her time here in Atlanta that she's a big...
Sophie Cunningham smothering defense on Alicia Gray. The double team comes over for BG. She has 5 seconds to work with. In and out. Bree Jones tried to get it up. That's blocked by Howard. And there is a different sense of urgency for Indiana in this second quarter on the defensive end.
Yeah, we saw them bring the double team a few times last game, and this one, that was the first.
Dribbled already, so had to pass it up to Natasha Howard.
Indiana defended that play very well, didn't allow Atlanta to get anything off.
Kelsey Mitchell lets it fly, and they have their first lead of this ball game.
Only 13 jobs available, so when I heard the Dream might be interested, I wanted to hear what they had to say, and right away, they had the same vision.
Thanks, Autumn. Well, right now, the Fever have Kelsey Mitchell, long 2, drains it. That's 11 points in the quarter for Indiana. Atlanta still looking for a bucket in this frame.
Brianna Jones and Brittany Griner, who can knock down that 3 ball. Unstoppable.
Caitlin, we know very well she likes to let it fly from the left. Pulls up, baseline, good to go.
It was the hesitation that got that shot. Atlanta's just doing a really good job of trapping Caitlin Clark on that left side.
Natasha Howard, so shifty. That footwork.
You know what? That's been a few times they went down to the end of the shot clock as Howard slips through and Caitlin Clark finds her. Last season's assist leader.
It's how Caitlin Clark starts the initiative. Quickly, Sophie Cunningham, what a first game back we're seeing from her. The strip by Kelsey Mitchell. Here comes the Jets. Aaliyah Boston in the game with the 3 fouls as Natasha Howard. That's what worked so well for Indiana.
That they did not win against the Fever 1 game last season, and the last game of the season was an overtime one where she dropped 36 points.
Another outside shot for Natasha Howard.
But that first quarter was just so much fun, and we barely heard any whistles, and we just allowed them to play. The pace was the game that we wanted to see.
He asked for pace, and she'll deliver. Kelsey Mitchell off the deck for Indiana. Natasha Howard looking for cutters. Indiana out-rebounding Atlanta by 3 and capitalizing on the second chance points.
Natasha Howard and Kelsey Mitchell have been intense.
Gains the lead here off the BG bucket. It's been by committee as Kelsey Mitchell, relentless, gets it at the... Last year, they were 11 in offensive rating. They were 11th in 3-point percentage and 10th in threes made. Of course, you go after a 3-point shooter. Come off the screen, you have to be set. Turnover for Nia Coffey. Sophie Cunningham outside, triple finds the bottom of the net.
Those live ball turnovers are dangerous a couple seasons ago, but she's come in this season with authority, and she's been looking good at both ends for the Dream.
Who would have thought Atlanta? 8 threes already.
Got a Brianna Jones who can shoot threes and stretch the floor. I'll call that for Atlanta.
Backdoor, more movement from Indiana. Gets another bucket. It's a little bit of a seesaw. Clark found a lane, and she'll take it. Now, Atlanta has 3 players in the starting lineup with 3 or more fouls. BG on the bench right now at 5 as Aaliyah Boston's strong move gets the bucket. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to miss.
Excellent.
Shifty getting into the paint.
Pedal, and she's stayed in it mentally right here. She does a little hezzy. Spin move, gets Howard.
Getting another test. The kick out, Natasha Howard had all the time. Gets her own miss, fakes it outside. 23 points and 6 rebounds.
Ryan Howard said, I ain't done yet. She remembers that sweep from last season as Lexi Hull buries one. The defense went under the screen and Hull said, that's too much space for.
Finds the hands of Natasha Howard, flips that one in. Add that to the circus reel.
Good job by B. Jones tonight.
Big stop for Atlanta here. Kelsey lines it up. Why not?
What a time to come alive and hit your first three if you're Kelsey Mitchell.
Caitlin Clark has not hit a 3 in this game. Stops on the dime, looking to pull up, finds Aaliyah Boston, who gets the bucket to go. Still a one-possession game.